Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe my YouTube channel. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe my YouTube channel. Billionaire Musk has been Trump's biggest fan over the past few months and even helped propel him into the White House. The pair have been almost inseparable since the Republicans swept to a landslide election win in November. Musk reportedly joined the future president on an important phone call with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and has spent many nights at Trump's Mar-a-Lago home. He has even been renting a $2,000 a night Banyan cottage near to the private club, the New York Times reported last week. The affectionate relationship has even seen Musk gifted a role in Trump's future top team as his energy czar. This could see the owner of X actually responsible for parts of the government and allowed to dictate certain policies if he can persuade Trump to agree. But it has now been over 2 months since Musk pumped millions in to help with Trump's campaign, and the world's richest man is still hanging around. NYT journalist and self-proclaimed Trump whisperer Maggie Haberman has revealed that despite the pair still being close buddies, Trump's patience may be wearing thin. She claimed on a podcast, "Trump does complain a bit to people about how Musk is around a lot. He really parked himself in Trump's face." Another major reason why Trump is said to be growing tired of Musk is due to the way in which he views himself. The billionaire businessman has leaned heavily into his role as the best pal of the incoming president, with Democrats labeling him President Musk, a term that Haberman says definitely bothers him. But Musk has also started to use his power to try and dictate foreign policy, which could have huge implications on Trump's second term. He has been going to war with the Labour government in the UK with dozens of posts on X, formerly Twitter. The most concerning post saw him ask his 10 million X followers whether or not America should liberate Britain from their tyrannical government. The totally outlandish prospect would be a novel comment from a regular business tycoon, which would be largely ignored. However, when it comes from a person who calls himself the best friend of the next leader of the free world, it becomes a much more worrying statement. Senior officials from each of the UK's major political parties have privately messaged Trump's team and asked them to consider dropping Musk, according to Bloomberg. Conservative and Labour members are said to have become concerned that Musk's comments are too strong for someone so close to the future president. They fear that a close ally should not speak about another close ally in such a damning way that it comes as Starmer once dreamt of a close relationship with the Trump administration, but now fears Musk is turning it into a nightmare. Even Reform, the party Musk is a staunch supporter of, is believed to have voiced concerns. The messages from the parties are not said to focus on Musk's attacks on Labour and Sir Keir Starmer, but rather inflammatory comments on European leaders. It all comes despite Trump's wife Melania thoroughly enjoying having Musk around. According to sources close to the Trump family, Melania is said to not mind Musk always being around her husband and even views him as a good babysitter, People magazine reported. The sources said, Melania is glad to have a babysitter for Donald, and she will find some kind of project to team up with him herself if he stays around. Melania has her own life and isn't bothered by political dealings her husband has with others, but so far, she has no issues with Musk. Musk has focused his online bashing of Starmer on what he describes as a broken Britain. He thinks the UK is facing terminal decline, smothered by high taxes, anti-business red tape and pointless woke diktats. Another key argument Musk continues to throw at Starmer is around an apparent grooming gang cover-up. The Tesla boss has spent the last week savaging Labour for refusing to hold a public inquiry into historic sexual abuse by gangs in Oldham. That he attacked the decision, taken by Safeguarding Minister Jess Phillips, as disgraceful and said she should be in prison. Yesterday, Starmer hit back at Musk over the row, blasting him and far-right agitator Tommy Robinson for spreading lies and misinformation, the odd couple, President-elect Donald Trump and the clingy Elon Musk. The gilded halls of Mar-a-Lago had become a second White House for Donald J. Trump in the years following his 2020 election loss. Now, having triumphed in a historic political comeback, Trump was savoring his victory as president-elect. Yet, amid the celebrations, whispers of frustration were beginning to circulate. Trump, it seemed, had grown weary of his new friend and billionaire compatriot, Elon Musk. The pairing had initially seemed like a match made in heaven, or at least, in the rarefied world of the ultra-wealthy. Musk, the enigmatic tech visionary, had positioned himself as a free speech crusader after acquiring Twitter, now rebranded as X, and had publicly aligned himself with Trump's worldview. Trump, never one to shy away from a spotlight, found Musk's innovations intriguing and appreciated his vocal support. But as the weeks went on, their relationship began to fray, the honeymoon phase. At first, the two men had bonded over their shared disdain for woke culture and their mutual love of headlines. Trump admired Musk's boldness, whether it was launching rockets into space, reimagining social media, or naming his children unpronounceable combinations of letters and numbers. Musk, for his part, seemed to enjoy Trump's magnetic charisma and larger-than-life persona. "It's tremendous, just tremendous, what Elon is doing with X," Trump gushed during a rally. "He's a genius. People say I'm the Elon Musk of politics, but I think Elon's the Trump of technology." Musk, who rarely smiled in public, appeared visibly flattered. He began showing up unannounced at Trump's events, often standing awkwardly at the edges of the stage, trying to chime in on conversations. The clinginess begins. As Trump's transition team settled into its new routine, Musk's enthusiasm grew more intense. The tech mogul began texting Trump at all hours, often with long, rambling messages about ideas for space-themed inaugural balls or revolutionary ways to live-stream the swearing-in ceremony using SpaceX satellites. "I've got a big idea, Mr. President-elect," Musk wrote in one message leaked to the press. "What if we beam your inauguration speech directly onto the moon? It would symbolize your ascension to universal greatness." While Trump was initially amused by Musk's zeal, the constant barrage of messages soon became overwhelming. Trump, who prized his mornings of Diet Coke and cable news, found himself inundated with notifications. Elon texts like a teenager, Trump reportedly complained to a close aide about a strange visit. The turning point came when Musk insisted on visiting Mar-a-Lago uninvited. Witnesses described an awkward scene. Musk arrived with a prototype of Tesla's humanoid robot, Optimus, in tow, declaring that it could serve as Trump's personal assistant. "This will revolutionize the presidency," Musk announced, demonstrating how Optimus could hold a Diet Coke and imitate Trump's hand gestures. Trump, however, was unimpressed. "It's creepy," he muttered to an aide. "It's like a bad version of Pence, but with wires." Despite Trump's obvious discomfort, Musk lingered, peppering him with ideas about merging Tesla technology with Air Force.